Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back. I'm Julie, Soror MIMM.
I'm Sean, Frater MTO. We are Ye Olde Magic Shop.
And this is your daily dose.
Daily dose of...
occult authors.
book reviews.
Book reviews.
Whatever. Book review. We need a better name. So, pretty cool spider's web behind me, huh?
It's not a spider web.
It looks like it.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. We had monsoon winds this morning.
I had to bring my tree.
So we had to bring the tree inside for a bit.
My tree and some of my poisons.
Yep. Woke up to monsoon winds and pelting rain.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Had to take down our canopy and all kinds of stuff, and it was cold this morning.
It's freezing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it
It's
lightened up,
out
and
in the
then
desert.
it got windy again a little bit ago, and it
Yeah.
just finally died down. Maybe like 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
So
welcome back. Hope you're all doing well, healthy, and safe. And I got a book for y'all. It's backwards. So.
Again.
Always. 13 Pathways of Occult Herbalism. This is a go-to book of mine with regard to learning how to walk the pathway of occult herbalism. And I really like the way that he broke this down into 13 separate pathways, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. What have you got?
I have another ebook. I actually have a hard copy of this one, but again, it's in storage.
You do that a lot.
And unfortunately, this ebook doesn't have a very good cover. But
it is a good book.
Here comes your Da Vinci practice in reading backwards. The Mystical Qabalah by Dion Fortune. That's my book today.
It's a good book.
Indeed. That's why I picked it.
Yeah. So what's next?
That's it. That's our books.
That's all we got.
No. Links to those books have already been posted on the Ye Olde Magic Shop Facebook page. They're both available in Kindle and paperback, but as everybody probably knows, Amazon is not shipping any paperbacks till at least, I think, April 26th at the earliest right now. Right. And that could even get bumped more. They're only shipping critical, essential products. But Kindle ebooks are definitely available.
Yes.
And these are both available in both formats.
Yes.
I think yours might be available in a hardback still, I saw.
I don't remember. Yeah, I have the paperback. Yeah. So the good about this book is that it takes a completely...
oh yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes. Completely separate look at how to work with herbs, not just as plant spirits, but also our connection to them and how they affect us in very concrete ways and in specific modalities of our life and our lifestyle. So that's one thing that I like about it. What about you? What's good about yours?
Everything.
Everything. Cool.
So Dion Fortune was an initiate of one of the early Golden Dawn orders. Her real name is Violet Firth, and she actually grew up in a spiritual commune. And then when she got older, she had joined the Golden Dawn. Mm-hmm. And then after the Golden Dawn had essentially disbanded, and she actually started her own order called Fraternity of the Hidden Light, which is actually still in existence. Although there's many Golden Dawn temples still in existence. Otherwise, I wouldn't be involved. But Fraternity of the Hidden Light is still around. It's very Golden Dawn-esque. They did make some changes to some of the format of the grades and advancements and things, but the good about this book, she lays it all out. I mean, real brief on the Kabbalah, there's a lot of different there's a lot of different types of Kabbalah. I mean, there's traditional Jewish Kabbalah, there's Mystical Kabbalah, which is what we kind of call the Western Hermetic Kabbalah. I mean, there's a Christian Kabbalah, there's Masonic Kabbalah. I mean, the Kabbalah really is kind of like a filing cabinet, and you can kind of twist anything to fit and fit into that box. And sort of make assignments based on the original to equate to a lot of different paths and traditions. I've seen witches' Kabbalahs. I've seen Egyptian Kabbalahs. I mean, people have taken the Kabbalah and layered various systems over the top of it. So the system that Dion Fortune talks about in the Mystical Qabalah is basically the Western Hermetic Kabbalah, which is the one that the Golden Dawn is based on. Each one of these has different aspects to it. Some of them have changed some things. Doesn't make anyone right or wrong. They're all just sort of filing cabinets. I mean, some people have large filing cabinets, some people have small, some have legal size, some have standard size. So all different kinds of things, and same with Kabbalah.
Some have spreadsheets.
Leave me alone.
Yes, I like it. So using Kabbalah as sort of a template is something that a lot of people do. But yeah, this is a great book if you want to look into the Hermetic side of Kabbalistic practice. Back to my book. I really like how it uses some overall archetypes, not only of personalities, but of plants as well. So looking at something like the Virgin, stripping it to its bare bones and what it really means to embody the Virgin is much more of a form of catharsis or spiritual cleansing. So it references a lot of herbs that correspond with that kind of archetypal image of the Virgin and how we can embody that with plant spirits as our allies. So that's just one example. Another one would be looking at aversion or things that repel you or that you don't really like or are not into. Just as with any magical practice, anything that attracts us or attracts our energies or our minds, any type of magical system that we're attracted to, the same is true for those that kind of repel us or that we are averse to. So there's power and magic there that can be used, and there are herbs that are associated with that path as well. So just a couple of examples of what this book goes into and how to work with plants as allies in 13 different pathways, and it's pretty interesting.
Kabbalah has pathways too.
Indeed. Isn't that funny how we ended up?
Right?
Yeah.
Another thing I like about the Mystical Kabbalah, basically the way she structured the book is it's kind of broken into two main parts. The first part is all introductory Kabbalah, so she kind of gives a basic introduction to Kabbalah. Then she covers kind of a lot of the different aspects of it, like the various triads that are found in the Kabbalah, the three different pillars that are in the Kabbalah, the supernal triad. You know, she kind of take the three negative veils of existence. She kind of has a chapter on each one of these major aspects of the Kabbalah. And then we get into the root of the book, or the meat of the book, which is each one of the Sephiroth of the Kabbalah. And she has a chapter on each Sephiroth, and each chapter is also structured almost identically the same. She delves into what the meaning behind the Sephiroth is, and then she goes into some of the standard archetypes that are found in that Sephirah. She goes into the archangels and the angels and the angelic choirs and the deities and the mystical experiences that are to be found in each one. There's just all these things are broken down like the exact same way in each one of the chapters. So if you want to compare two Sephiroth and see what the differences are, it's really easy to just flip back and forth and see and just look at things in a kind of a quick side-by-side comparison. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. So, things that are bad about this book. I'm not sure that I really have a whole lot of cons for this book. It does a really great job at being inclusive and gives a whole lot of educational backstory as to why each of these paths and each of these plants fit into those paths and how they can help you be a better occult herbalist. And I really like how it's broken it down into a mind, body, spirit cohesion with each of the paths and explains where you can increase your power within each of those paths. And I really like this book. I think it's definitely a must-have if you practice any form of magical herbalism or occult herbalism. Get it. Cons for you?
I have to find the con.
Yeah. The good, the bad.
So Dion Fortune came from an era when people, generally speaking, took their word and their obligations very seriously. I do as well, and I know you do as well. Some people today do, but a lot of people will join an organization, and almost as soon as they get the opportunity, they'll publish the secrets, right? Now, I'm not one that believes that everything should be kept secret and, oh, nobody can know about this except a select few. I don't fall into that camp. However, there's a reason for secrecy, and it's a very occult reason. Silence has its virtues. Silence has its virtues. It's one of the 4 powers of the Sphinx. So these are real occult concepts that actually have a meaning, have a reason, and have a purpose for being there. So a lot of people today just don't care about that. I do. There are certain parts of the Golden Dawn, because much of it has been published, that I will talk about with a lot of people because it's out there. There are other things that I will not, because there's a reason that even though some of that material has also been published, there's a reason that I do not talk about it with other people that aren't initiates. So anyway, Dion took her obligation very seriously. And because the Kabbalah was a primary source of teaching for the Golden Dawn, and still is, one of the obligations to not reveal that kind of thing, she took that very seriously. And so there are a lot of pieces of this book that you have to read 3 or 4 paragraphs sometimes to get one sentence of meaning. Because rather than just put it on the table and give it to you, like it's done in some of the Golden Dawn's knowledge lectures, she'll kind of hem-haul around and come up with different analogies and examples to kind of couch the teaching that's there inside of another metaphor. And so sometimes it can be a little bit long to read because of the way she writes that. She's not normally a real wordy writer, nothing like Arthur Edward Waite, who
it's tedious.
Waite just loved to hear himself type, I think, or write. He was a wordsmith for sure. Dion's not necessarily that way. She mainly did it to hide that stuff in her obligation, or that she took her obligation seriously. So that's maybe the only con that I see. Other than that, fantastic book.
I really like how this book as well takes into account educational tradition as a form of one of the paths. So looking at how chemistry is now a traditional form of herbalism, or pharmacognosy, or different pathways within medical herbalism or clinical herbalism, and tying it back to the more occult virtues within that path. So another really cool thing that I wanted to bring up.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it is a good little book. It's not very expensive. I think the Kindle version was less than $10. So if it's something that you're interested in, highly recommend picking this one up. It's one that I flipped through quite a bit. Just as a refresher if I need to, but yeah, one of my favorites.
My cover went away.
Aww. There you go.
Yeah, I guess one other maybe small con in this is that she doesn't really delve into a lot, at least not that I remember, doesn't really delve into the fact that there's a lot of different types of Kabbalah. So it might seem when you read this like she's trying to present this as this is the mystical Kabbalah, when there's a lot of different flavors. So that's really getting down in the weeds for looking for something to nitpick.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about the Western Mysteries Kabbalah, and how the Sephiroth fit together, she doesn't go into the paths on this book, but it wasn't designed to be that way. There's a second book that she wrote a lot of that one of her students actually finished after her passing, that's been released on that covers all the paths. Probably a different book review another day. But yeah, so Mystical Qabalah by Dion Fortune. It is available in paperback or Kindle. Fantastic book. Like I said, if you want to know about Kabbalah, one of the things that I enjoy the most in this book is when she delves into the various mystical experiences. That information is kind of hard to cobble together and find, and she, puts it in the same place in every Sephiroth, and that's one of the things that I really enjoyed on it.
Yeah, I really like that piece of that book as well.
Short one today.
Short one today. Not a whole lot, but book reviews can be.
Yeah. Links to both of these books have been posted on the Ye Olde Magic Shop page. Links you over to Amazon. And
if you'd like to discuss any of the material within these books with us, let us know. We'd be happy to chat.
Anybody out there got a favorite book? We can wait a few minutes, right?
Oh, third parties. So Jamie here says that third parties are shipping on Amazon.
So if it's a third-party buyer, because they probably have the materials a lot of times at their home, not
Right.
at an Amazon warehouse.
Mm-hmm. So cool. There may be hope yet.
For some stuff.
For some things. So hopefully you can get your hands on one. If not, I know that there are e-copies of both of these books. So yeah, get one.
All right. We've said it a few times. If you stayed till the end of this video, we download and move most of these videos over to YouTube as well. So we have a YouTube channel there. It's Ye Old Magic Shop, spelled the same way as the pages. Like and subscribe and ding the bell over there on YouTube, because at some point we will be probably migrating and moving our Daily Dose show over to YouTube. So head it over there.
Keep your eye out for some courses that we will be offering soon via online and Skype and Zoom and any other things that we have that we're going to try to factor in. So,
yep, probably have a few free ones.
Yes.
And then we'll have a few that are pay courses as well, but we'll probably do some discounts on those too.
Absolutely. Hope everyone is well. Happy Wednesday.
Thank you guys. Be safe. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.